Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we are playing, actually we're not playing anything, we're doing our record predictions, baby. The word of the day is straw. We used to use this word in our quarterback rankings, but we don't do those anymore, so yeah, it's going to be in this video. Word of the day is straw, so yeah, that's what we're doing. Anyways, so let's go ahead, get my notes pulled up, see what the predictions are. That's the wrong games. Okay, here we go. Oh, by the way, from last week, I went 11-5, and my dad went 10-6. So now the current records for the record predictions are 42-38 and 38-42. Currently in the lead by 4. I'm looking to keep that lead. So let's go. So the first game that we have is you guys know who played in the Who's the Thursday game? Oh yeah, the Commanders and the Bears. We're not going to talk about this too long because the game's already happened. But great game. Uh, great game. Not very good offense, but it was a fun last drive to watch. I wish the play calling would have been a little bit better. Got down to the half-yard line, a half of a yard. I mean, that's as close of a football game as you can get. It was really fun to watch. Even though it wasn't a lot of offense, I still enjoyed it. Brian Robinson, obviously, was really excited for him. But I predicted the Commanders to win. I know the game's already happened, but I did, and so did my dad. You guys know how I feel about the Bears, so that's just, yeah. Um, so, anyways, next up, we got the Ravens versus the Giants. By the way, as of recording this, is at 11:07, and I believe no games are being played unless they're in London doing something, but I haven't checked. So, yeah, Ravens versus Giants, baby. And so, look, the Giants have been absolutely amazing. They beat the Packers last week. I predicted them to win. I'm just like that. But I've loved watching the Giants, loved watching Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. They've been absolutely great this year, and I just love watching them with their new coach. They've looked so much better than I've ever seen them. And it's just, they really do look like a good team, and I've just enjoyed watching them. And then as for the Ravens, they have been absolutely electric with Lamar Jackson. Obviously, they lost to the Bills, but they played somebody, obviously they played somebody last week. I forgot who they played. Let me search it up. Who did the Ravens play last week? Oh yeah, they played the Bengals. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really watch that game. I had football practice. But anyways, I'm sure it was a great game. 1-2 against Joe Burrow, who's starting to come back off of sucking. Joe Burrow has been absolutely terrible, but he's starting to come back, and so they still pulled out the dub against the Bengals, and I gotta give it to them. So just with how good that offense is looking, with Lamar Jackson, and just with how good the defense is, and just the entire team in general, I gotta give the win to the Ravens. I do love the Giants, but I just don't see them pulling out a win in this game. So yeah. And as for my dad, he's giving the win to the Giants. So yeah. Next up, we got the Jaguars versus the Colts. The Jaguars have been absolutely on fire. Trevor Lawrence is just that guy, even though I really did think he sucked. But hey, it's still early. He could still be garbage, okay? He could still be garbage. But anyways, has looked great this year. The team has looked great. The defense is looking really good. Love that linebacker unit. They lost the Texans last week actually, and they put up like 6 points to 13, I think. I'm pretty sure Petre had an interception. Absolutely goated draft pick. I mean, that he has been playing so well. I mean, I know we're not talking about the Texans right now, but yeah, Jaguars came off of a bad loss from last week. I mean, to the Texans, man. I mean, come on now. They did not look good in that game. I didn't get to watch a whole lot of it because yet again I had practice. But yeah, and as for the Colts, I forgot who they played last. They must have played the Broncos on Thursday night. I think that's who they played. They obviously won that game. I didn't watch it because who watches the freaking Broncos? They get so many primetime games for absolutely no reason. But anyways, so yeah, but the Colts, they have been looking good. Not that I've been watching them, but they've been winning games. I think Matt Ryan is starting to fit in more well with the scheme. I know Naheem Hines is injured. I think he's got like concussion or something. But that shouldn't matter. Just based off how these two teams are playing right now, I'm gonna give the win to the Colts at home. It is a division game. Stadium's gonna be going crazy in Indiana, so you know. But anyways, gonna give the win to the Colts, and so is my dad. And next up, we got the Patriots versus the Browns. We'll start off with the Browns. The Browns started off pretty well. They won their first game of the season, then they lost to the Jets, then they won like their next game, and then they've lost the next two straight. They lost to the Falcons and to the Chargers. Or no, they beat the Chargers actually, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Oh, well, never mind. They're still looking good. But yeah, I guess they did win. They did beat the Chargers. Yeah, that was a good win. They had a game-winning drive, kicked a field goal with Cade York, like a 58-yarder, and he's like a rookie or something, and he just freaking booted it. But anyways, Cade York's just like that. But I'm gonna be honest, I still don't really watch the Browns. I really don't. But as for the Patriots, they got Bailey Zappi and just beat the Lions pretty badly. I mean, they held the number one offense in the league to not very many points. I don't really know the final score, but not very many points. And they were the number one offense in the league. And the Patriots just looked really well. Bailey Zappi, I don't really know what to say about Bailey Zappi. I kind of don't remember the game. But they did look really well on defense, and they put up like 27 points. And so I think I'm going to give the win to the Patriots just because I just like the Patriots more than the Browns. And I'm cheering for Bailey Zappi to do good. So, yeah. And as for my dad, he's got the Browns winning this game, but personal opinion, I guess. Next up, we got the Bengals versus the Saints. And I really like the Saints now that they have Andy Dalton. Really liked how they've played and how they've looked. Love Andy Dalton, one of my favorite quarterbacks for no reason at all. But I do like him. And as for the Bengals, just lost a close one to one of the best teams in the NFL right now. So, I mean, they're looking better than they did at the beginning of the season. And, I'm glad because I really did not want them to go freaking 4-13 again. After I don't know. I'm cheering for them because I want them to get back to the Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl with Joe Burrow. But it's not looking like it as of right now. But anyways, just came off of a big game against the Ravens. I know they lost, but it was really, really close against, as I've already said, one of the best teams in the NFL. Joe Burrow definitely making a comeback. Has been looking pretty good. The defense had one of the number one offenses to 19 points. So, I mean, that's all I got to say. And I just think, looking at the team, they have more talent than the Saints. And so I think I'm going to give the win to the Saints, along with my dad. And, yeah. Next up, we got the Buccaneers versus the Steelers. And, hold on, I lost my freaking... Okay, yeah, Buccaneers versus the Steelers. And, so, yeah, the Buccaneers have not looked great. Almost lost to the Falcons. Got bailed out by some freaking stupid roughing the passer call. I was so mad at that. But, anyways, got bailed out by that. But, I mean, the Bucs just haven't been looking good. They're not putting points on the board. I mean, the defense has been okay. They've been holding teams, just a couple points because their offense can't score, except for against the Chiefs, of course. Did they win that game or did they lose that? I really don't know. But a lot of points were in that game. I know that for sure. But just the Bucs, their offense has not looked good. Their defense has been good, I guess, of course. But I mean, I just don't know. Really haven't liked how they've been playing. Tom Brady came out of retirement for no reason to put up 14 points a game. Really don't get it. But anyways, they're playing the Steelers, and the Steelers got Kenny Pickett in, rookie quarterback. Team hasn't been looking good. They're like 1-4 right now. Steelers, they just lost to the Jets. I'm pretty sure that's who they played last week. But they're just not looking good. And, I mean, yet again, just looking at the teams, the Buccaneers are the better team. And I just can't see Kenny Pickett putting up too many points against this defense. And you got to think that Tom Brady could outscore Kenny Pickett. I, I would hope. So yeah, I got the Buccaneers winning, and so does my dad. And next up, we got the 49ers versus the Falcons. Do I throw an interception right here? Hold on, we gotta watch this play. That's racism. Anyways, um, so next up, we got the 49ers versus the Falcons. Obviously, I'm a Falcons fan, but we're going to start off with the 49ers. The 49ers have looked really well now that they have Jimmy Garoppolo. Had kind of a rough start against the Broncos when Jimmy Garoppolo's first start, but it's okay. They've been playing really well after that game. I've liked how Jimmy Garoppolo has been playing, like how he's been leading this team. I'm so glad. I mean, I'm not glad that Trey Lance got injured, but I am glad that Jimmy Garoppolo is playing over Trey Lance. So really excited for just this team later on in the season. I think that Jimmy Garoppolo can definitely take them to the playoffs, and maybe they will forget about Trey Lance and just keep Jimmy Garoppolo in. I don't see why they don't. I really do like Jimmy Garoppolo as a quarterback, and I don't see why they keep trying to change him. And anyways, as for the Falcons, looked good against the Bucks. I mean, they could have won. Got sold, refs sold. That stupid roughing the passer. They had a good chance to win, but really got messed up from that call. Hold on, let me add more clips, because the clip is over. Give me a second. Yes, I understand you guys have already seen all these clips, but that's tough. I don't have any more clips, so you guys just have to watch these over and over again. Just be lucky you guys get a new Madden game every once in a while. But anyways, as I was saying, got really messed up from that call. As a Falcons fan, that sucked to watch. But the Falcons have been looking good. Really close games. I mean, they haven't lost a game by more than 6 points yet. I mean, lost by 4 points to the Rams, lost by 1 point to the Saints, lost by 6 points to the Bucks. I mean, they haven't been looking bad. They've been close in every game, and I really like the competitiveness from the Falcons. I really do like our new head coach in Arthur Smith. And I know I'm saying all these good things. However, I got the 49ers winning at the Falcons. So, yeah. And so does my dad. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Anyways, next up we got the Jets versus the Packers. And the Jets have been looking good. They beat the Steelers last week. I'm pretty sure that was last week, I think. They've beat the Dolphins, I'm pretty sure, with Skylar Thompson. But their defense has been looking really good. Their offense has been looking bad. I mean, Zach Wilson's came back, and he's been looking really well. I've really liked how the Jets team has been playing. Had a lot of years of poverty, but now they're looking actually pretty good and promising. But really liked how they've played and how the team is just gelling together. I really do like it. And as for the Packers, obviously lost to the Giants and Daniel Jones, which isn't a good look for them. Only won by 3 points against Bailey Zappi and the freaking Patriots. So I mean, it's been a questionable run for the Packers in the last couple of weeks, and Aaron Rodgers has been looking insane. I think they're like 2-3 right now, actually, because they lost the. Well, no, they're probably like 3-2 because they beat the Bucks. But I don't know, just the Packers really haven't been standing out to me this season. Like they do every other year. And I'm really loving it because I absolutely hate the Packers. But anyways, even though Jets have been looking really good, Packers haven't been looking great, I still got to give the win to the Packers. The Packers just have more overall talent than the Jets, and they're at home. I think I got to take the Packers in this one. However, my dad is taking the Jets, so I guess we'll see how that goes. But next up, we got the Vikings versus the Dolphins. And look, I'm pretty sure that Skylar Thompson's still going to be playing for the Dolphins, which I'm really excited for him. It's been fun to watch him, the 7th-round pick. It has been interesting to watch him. It was last week. But they're playing against the Vikings defense, who has been looking pretty good this year, I'd say. I mean, they haven't been looking bad. And Kirk Cousins, who's just leading game-winning drives every day. I'm pretty sure he led one literally last week. So, I mean, Kirk Cousins has been looking great. The offense has been looking great, and the defense has been pretty good. I haven't really paid much attention to the Vikings on defense necessarily, so I don't really know. But the Vikings have been looking really good this year, and I'm really excited for them because I really do like the Vikings. Looking for them to win the division this year. I mean, they're 4-1, so hey. But I really just it all comes down to Skylar Thompson, and I really just don't see Skylar Thompson leading this offense to a win over the 4-1 Vikings. I mean, I know it's going to be a warm climate for the Vikings, and they're not used to that, but I don't think that's going to affect them too much. I really do like Skylar Thompson, but I'm going to have to give the win to the Vikings here, and so is my dad. And next up, we got the Panthers versus the Rams. And you guys know me, I do love the Panthers. I really do like them. And so I am kind of biased to them sometimes. They're 1-4 right now, and I'm kind of biased towards Baker Mayfield. So 1-4 right now, haven't been looking great. Play calling has been questionable. I mean, just a lot of things are going wrong for the Panthers right now. Defense isn't looking great. Offense isn't looking good. And as for the Rams, it's kind of the same situation. I mean, the Rams are really underperforming this year, along with the Bengals. And it's not looking well. Matthew Stafford hasn't been playing good. I mean, Cooper Kupp's still playing good, but I mean, it's not looking great. The defense hasn't been amazing, by any means. So both of these teams really underperforming from my expectations, at least. I know the Rams are underperforming for most people's expectations. And, you know, I'm kind of biased to the Panthers. So I think I am going to try and give the win to the Panthers here at the Rams. But the Rams they really have not looked good at all to me. And so I'm gonna see if Baker Mayfield can actually win a game. So yeah, and as for my dad, he's gonna give the win to the Rams at home. And yeah. Next up, we got the Cardinals versus the Seahawks. And look, man, I really do not like the Cardinals. I really do think they suck, along with their quarterback. I really don't like Kyler Murray. And the Cardinals are really about to take a dip because the new Call of Duty's coming out. So Kyler Murray might he might not even show up to practice. He might just be, oh man, coach, one more game, man. But anyways, I really just don't like the Cardinals or Kyler Murray. It's really Kyler Murray. But they just haven't been looking good. Haven't been looking great. And as for the Seahawks, they got Geno Smith. Geno Smith absolutely proved me wrong this year. I thought he was more of an inconsistent quarterback, but I mean, look at him. 75% completion percentage, highest in the NFL. He has been looking great, leading this team to wins. They might have lost last week, and I know they lost to the Falcons, but I mean, it's still early on for them, and I've really liked how they've been playing. Just especially Geno Smith really has stood out to me. Defense, you know, I don't really know. I don't really watch the Seahawks, if I'm being honest with you, but I really have liked how this team has been working together. And so, since I really don't like the Cardinals, I think I'm going to give the win to the Seahawks here at home, and so is my dad. So, yeah. Okay, but anyways, next up, we got the Bills versus the Chiefs. And, look, man, probably biggest game of the year. Or not biggest, the most exciting game of the year. Replay of the... It was a playoff game, but it wasn't the divisional round. It was probably the divisional round. But anyways, really great game. Lost because of a coin toss. Just like the Falcons, man. Falcons would have won the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a coin toss. I'm just saying. Anyways. But yeah. So this is going to be a really good game. Points are going to definitely be on the board. This should have been the Monday night game instead of the freaking Broncos. But that's just my personal opinion. Or, I mean, the Sunday night game. Or, no, the Broncos are playing on Monday. Yeah, freak the Broncos. Put the Bills and the Chiefs, bro. Anyways, really excited for this game. This game is going to be great. It is at the Chiefs, so I am kind of leaning towards them. Both of these teams have been playing great. Josh Allen's been playing at MVP level, along with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes really not slowing down without Tyreek Hill, and the defense has been looking better this year for sure. Um, Even though I haven't really watched a Chiefs game this year, but anyways, defense is looking pretty good. Bills obviously one of the best teams in the league, along with the Chiefs. I mean, both teams are playing absolutely amazing. Um, but since it is at the Chiefs, I think I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs in this one. Home field advantage definitely going to be a factor. Whole lot of people are going to be in the stands. Got to give it to the home team. I got the Chiefs winning. And as for my dad, he's got the Bills. So it'll be really interesting to watch. I do think the Bills are the better team. However, I just got to give it to the Chiefs, man. I think they're gonna definitely go at Kyle Elam, try and run some schemes and just make him freaking collapse. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah. Anyways, next up, I gotta add more clips. But the next game we got is the Cowboys versus the Eagles. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. But anyways, next up we got the Cowboys and the Eagles. And I'm really excited for this game. Both teams have been looking really well. Excited to see Cooper Rush. Really big game for Cooper Rush right here. I'm really excited. The Eagles are undefeated. The Cowboys are undefeated with Cooper Rush. Both teams have been looking really well, defensively and offensively. I'm really excited for this game to see what Cooper Rush can do in a really big game. So yeah, I'm really excited for this game. The Eagles have been looking great. Obviously haven't lost a game. The offense has been looking absolutely amazing. Really do love Jalen Hurts. Team has been looking good. I've just loved watching them. And as for the Cowboys, I've never really been a Cowboys fan. But now that they got Cooper Rush in, it's a little bit more interesting. I'm starting to like the Cowboys now that Cooper Rush is in. It's a really cool story, I guess. So I'm really excited for them. Haven't really been watching a lot of the games for the Cowboys, but obviously, run game has been good for them. Defense obviously doing good for them. And Cooper Rush obviously leading the team and getting dubs. I mean, I really am excited to see this game. It's probably the first game that I've watched of either of these teams, honestly, or that I'm going to watch. So yeah, I'm just excited for it. Both really good teams. Both have exciting stories, I guess. Undefeated and Cooper Rush. So that's cool, I guess. But next up, we got the Broncos versus the Chargers. And I'm not even going to talk about this one. The Broncos are garbage. They're playing on Monday night. The Broncos are absolutely terrible. The Chargers got Justin Herbert. They got a good team. Then they're not going to lose to the Broncos. So I'm giving this game to the Chargers at home on Monday night, and so is my dad. Next up, we got the Thursday night game. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and already make the prediction for the Thursday night game. We usually we don't do this, but I think we are going to start doing this because I know it does seem unbelievable sometimes because I do be picking the right teams, and you guys just don't believe it because I'm saying it after the game has happened. But you guys just got to start believing me. But anyways, we'll go ahead and do the Thursday night games on the week before it happens. So, yeah, I guess it does make more sense like that. So, anyways, we got the Saints versus the Cardinals. And, look, Saints are going to have Andy Dalton. I've liked how the Saints have been playing. Really close game against the Vikings, who have been looking great. I mean, it was the matter of a double doink. So, I mean, it was really close game. I really liked how the Saints have been playing. Who did they play last week? Scored to the Saints game last week. They played the Seahawks, and they got a dub against the Seahawks. And the Seahawks have been looking really well. Not necessarily the defense, but their offense has. And, of course, they let up 32 points, but Andy Dalton put up 39. So, I mean, what can you really do about that? Andy Dalton is just that guy. I really do like Andy Dalton at quarterback. However, as for the Cardinals, I really don't like Kyler Murray at quarterback. I mean, it's just it's just a matter of the quarterbacks, honestly. But the Cardinals have been looking decent. Obviously, they beat the Panthers. They beat the Raiders, who are 1-4. But the Raiders have been looking good. I mean, they've had some close games. I really don't. They're so bad, but like, they're really like their record does not show how good or bad the team is. If I'm being honest, um, but I don't even know why I'm talking about the Raiders. We're talking about the Cardinals. But I mean, some lucky games against a lucky game against the Raiders. I forgot who they got. The Panthers. The Panthers suck. And those are really the only two teams that they've beat. I mean, those are the only two teams that they've beat. But anyways, I really don't know what I'm talking about, honestly. But Kyler Murray bad, Andy Dalton good. We're taking the Saints, and so is my dad. So, anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Can you hit that, teammate? No, apparently not. He says. Alright, I'm still there, though. I'm literally about to demo you. Oh, I demoed both of them. Come on, you have to score, bro. How am I going to demo both of them and then you not do anything? Oh, my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. I'm clipping that, though. That was kind of